So the software shows that there is some error on Facebook, and let's wait for a moment. What's wrong with Facebook? Yeah. Okay, let's go with whatever we have. Tonight, we want to really look at 3 jewels which I feel are absolutely essential for a beautiful and fulfilling life. And these 3 jewels basically form the foundation of all the online education, online transformation sessions that I intend to do in future. So I thought it's worth the effort that we should really highlight them, what they are and why they are important. So while I was thinking about, how do I narrow the focus? What are the things should I focus on when I do my live streams? And there's so many things, that are appealing the broader agenda, by the way, was that to reduce the suffering of human life and to enhance the quality of a human being's life by helping access more happiness, joy, and love. So this is the broader theme. However, I wanted to narrow it down onto what are the 3 things or 3 themes or 3 focus areas that can help people the most. And today's stream is going to be more interactive. Hi Shilpa, hi Guinea. So I call them 3 jewels because I feel if you don't have these 3 jewels, and no matter what else you have, it's pretty much useless. All the beautiful things in this world, you can enjoy their beauty only if you have these 3 jewels. All the wealth, all the fame, all the power, everything that anyone craves for. You might have it all and yet not enjoy anything at all if you do not have these 3 jewels. And yet, I see nobody really thinking about these 3 essential jewels. Nobody really investing time, effort, and their resources into realizing, acquiring these jewels. They're basically already within them. So the first one is happiness. A simple question, answer it in the comment section below. Are you happy now? Are you feeling happy now? And let me tell you, if you're feeling happy now, it doesn't matter who you are, what you have, where you are, who you are with. Just by being happy, just by being full of the feelings of joy and bliss, you feel so full and so fulfilled that presence and absence of anything else doesn't really matter. So the first jewel is happiness. And when this jewel is not there in someone's life, people are unhappy. And when someone is unhappy, no matter what you offer them, there's nothing else in the world that will make them feel fulfilled if they are unhappy. And the interesting thing is that whenever I talk about happiness, everyone has clarity about what happiness is. And well, they say, I have my own way of feeling happy. That different people feel happiness by virtue of different things. Correct? That's true. What makes you happy might be different from what makes someone else happy. However, the key question and the key challenge is not what makes you happy, but the key question and the key challenge is what keeps you happy. So you might buy a new car and that makes you happy. You feel happy. You buy a new house. You feel happy. You make some big money. You feel happy. You become popular overnight. You win some grand award and you feel it makes you happy. However, does it keep you happy? Does the new car, the new bungalow, the new lover, the new fame keep you happy for the next 12 months? For next decade? That's the tricky part. So whenever you want to think about the jewel of happiness, you want to think about not just what makes you happy. Well, you know the answer already. You know it better than anyone else. However, the question you need to ask is, what is it in this world that will keep me happy? And imagine if you can find that thing that keeps you happy, you could share it with people you love and care for so that they stay happy. Happiness comes in their life and stays. Happiness is in your life and it stays. When you're happy, when people you love are happy, and life is a feast, a celebration. So that's number one. The second thing I really want to highlight about happiness is there's so many things that make you happy, that make us happy. However, I've noticed there is something very simple, but it has a very powerful implication. What is the quality of the source of your happiness? It's something like you're thirsty and you want to drink water. However, if you drink water from a dirty pond, you're going to get all sort of diseases, infections. And although in the short term the water is going to quench your thirst, but then you are in for a really, really painful time. And while in worst scenarios, people even lose their life to a simple illness. So this happens if you just try and quench your thirst by drinking water from a source that is not clean. In the same way, when you are hungry for happiness, when you are looking for happiness, where do you go to find your happiness? Where do you find things? What is the quality of things that make you happy? If you go to a bar and have a drink, it's like drinking from the dirty pond. If you do drugs, it's like drinking from the dirty pond. If you eat junk, it's like drinking from the dirty pond. If you do anything that's kind of, usually that's something you can buy. If you ever buy happiness, it's like drinking from the dirty pond. So drinks, weed, joints, junk, food, gossip, putting someone down, all these, if they give you even temporary happiness, it's like drinking from a dirty pond. You might feel okay for a while, but after a while, you're in for a ride of suffering, a ride that's going to make you suffer. So I want you to really think about two things. Number one, what is it that'll make you happy? And second, if you find yourself in the roller coaster of little happiness and then a lot of pain, little happiness and a lot of pain, chances are your source of happiness is really not clean, poor quality, and it's just quenching your thirst in the moment, creating tremendous pain for a long, long time. So the first jewel is jewel of happiness. And at least these two aspects are really important. And in the coming episodes, we'll delve deeper into the science, the psychology, and the mysticism of joy, happiness, and bliss. The kind of happiness that once it comes, it stays. The kind of happiness that is organic, that you grow within yourself. The kind of happiness, the more you share, the more it grows. The kind of happiness that once it's inside, it shows. The kind of happiness that once you have it, you need nothing else. Yeah. Okay. Guinea says, I feel calm. Does it qualify for being happy? Well, that's for you to decide. The question is not whether it qualifies as being happy. The question is, does it stay? And does, after this calm is gone, how do you feel? All right. So that's the jewel number 1. And then comes the jewel number 2. Now, when you do not have this jewel number 2, you are pretty much like unmoved. So, the ship that's kind of held in a place with moorings, these threads, sort of things that are kind of holding the ship in place. You cut them, and the ship is drifting in the ocean aimlessly. There's no direction, there's no aim, there's no purpose, there's no meaning. The ship is lost. It's just drifting. And I'm sure all of us at some point of time in life, not just at some point of time in life, multiple times in our lives, we feel unmoved. We feel we're just drifting. We feel we are lost. We feel there's no meaning. There is no purpose. Life feels empty. And we kind of lose interest in almost everything. And this feeling of being unmoved can have various dimensions, various colors. You could feel lost in your career. You could feel lost in a relationship. You could feel lost in your profession. You could feel lost generally in life. You could feel lost when you think about the existential questions, what's going on, what's on the other side, who created all this, what's going to happen once we are dead and gone. So the feeling of feeling lost can have various dimensions depending on how deep is it your insight, where you are in life. And so the second jewel one must strive to acquire and grow in one's life is a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning, a purpose and meaning that keeps us engaged. So we are not just drifting aimlessly, but we are headed in a direction that we choose. This is like living your life by design, conscious choice. And think about people who are purposeless, meaningless. It's just like a machine that's just operating flawlessly until it just goes out of, it stops performing, it stops working. And this is definitely not the way a human is meant to thrive. There is way more to being a human than the grind of daily routine. And you certainly do not deserve that grind. You deserve way more. So you might want to ask yourself, what is my purpose in this moment, in this life? What is the meaning of this life for me? The meaning for you? So imagine you have two jewels now, the jewel of happiness and the jewel of purpose and meaning. And the third jewel, I think that's really, really beautiful. And that is, when that goes missing, we feel uncherished. Uncherished means when you feel that you're not valued, you're not loved, or you have this feeling that you've been abandoned. You're surrounded by people, but you have this feeling that nobody loves you, nobody values you, and people are just going to leave you. You feel this insecurity within. Imagine the pain that one may feel when one feels uncherished. All humans, you deserve to feel cherished, to feel loved, to feel valued. And when you're not in love, you feel lonely. And when you feel lonely, that's a very, very dark space. And nobody should go there. So the third jewel then that one must strive to grow within is the jewel of being cherished. So imagine you feel happy, you feel meaning, purpose, direction, and you feel love, and you feel that you're valued. You feel connected. And if you have these three jewels in life, everything else pretty much is irrelevant. Whether you have it, great. I'm not against anything else. However, even if you don't have anything else, life remains beautiful. And hence I thought when we do these streams and these conversations, I want to approach these three jewels, the jewel of joy, happiness, the jewel of purpose and meaning, the jewel of being cherished, through the lens of ancient, esoteric Indian traditions, the meditation systems of India. And then I want to look at the same three jewels through the dance of trances, getting into these altered states of consciousness, playing with energy, moving in the astral spaces, and see how they look, how we can have more of them. And then looking at these three through the lens of modern neuroscience and clinical psychology. I've been fortunate that I could formally study these three different systems pretty much all my life, over 2 decades. And it's my deep desire to share whatever I've come across, what this cosmos has graced me with, the insights, the tools, the techniques, which have definitely worked for me, which have worked for a lot of my clients, a lot of my friends, and like to share them with you through these streams. Because a lot of you there, maybe we never meet. For these streams, through these streams, I can at least try to communicate the essence of these three jewels so that you can feel happier, you can feel, hitched to a purpose and meaning, and you can feel love. Because I deeply believe nobody deserves to feel unhappy, nobody deserves to feel lost and lonely. So pretty much our three streams are going to be like this, and twice a week we are going to do a stream specifically on parenting, which is devoted to saving your child's life and future. And one day we're going to talk about the beauty and joy of human romantic relationships. How do you make them more beautiful? How do you have more love, more excitement, more magic in your relationship? And then we're going to talk about health, the art of longevity, vitality, and anti-aging, again through these three lenses. And then one of these days we're going to talk about the art of human expression. How do you express yourself in a way that you feel joy and good, and everyone else who's listening to you feel happy? And if you have some ideas, please feel free. Drop in the comments. What else would you want us to touch or delve deeper? And if you have any questions, you can leave these questions in the comment section below, and I will do my best to take each one of these questions. And I'll be bringing a lot of my teammates onto these live streams in coming episodes. People who really work very hard and who actually because of whom I'm able to do these live streams, who support me in so many beautiful, meaningful ways. And you'll get to see this amazing people. So let's take a look at what questions we have. Okay, so cherished. Okay, Guinea has a question. What can keep me happy always? And what sources of happiness can make me feel happy organically? So one of the beauties of life, Guinea, is that all the things that truly matter, money can't buy. So things that actually make you feel beautiful, feel fulfilled, that enable you to be alive to the magic of life, these things you cannot buy. This is the tricky part. Now, you can't buy them because you already have the seeds within you. All you need to do is really pay attention to those seeds, and with the power of your attention, these seeds will sprout and these beautiful jewels will begin to grow. So there's a little bit of effort of really bringing your attention within and finding these seeds within you and paying them your attention, focusing your awareness and attention onto them, and then they sprout and they begin to grow. And then you will find happiness that comes and never leaves. Not feeling lost, a part and parcel of life, and you need to redirect yourself again and again. Every purpose and meaning has an expiry and need revival now and then. Yeah. Like I said, the quality of being lost, how you engage with this idea of being lost, absolutely depends on the level of insight that you are operating at and where you are in life. So where you are in life, what you are expressing absolutely makes sense. Shilpa says cherished, most beautiful feeling. Absolutely. In fact, in one of the psychiatric illnesses, there's a personality disorder where a person, no matter how much love you offer, how much you be there for this person, but this person, because of this personality disorder, is not able to feel cherished. This person believes that nobody loves him. This person feels the feelings of real or feared, imagined abandonment. It's one of the most complicated, and in fact, some say that it's the most painful condition to have, this specific personality disorder. These three jewels, definitely they are really important to be a good parent, not just to be a good parent, but to be a good anything, to be a good human being. So no matter what you want to be in life, these three jewels, sure, you need them. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this small conversation, and try to be with you every evening for some time. This is really important for me, and thank you for being here. And if you're watching it, and if you find some value in it, please share it with your friends. Take care.